Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another Aesop Frock Day. Today, we're going to be reacting to Ask Anyone from Lice, the duo formed by Aesop Rock and Homeboy Sandman, as I'm sure many of you are already aware. But thank you guys for supporting the Aesop Frock Day. Y'all seem to really be enjoying it. I got an idea for next week where we could do a little double feature where we listen to Pigeonometry first, and then we'll check out the short directly after that, all in the same video. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what Ask Anyone is all about. Let's see what Aesop Rock and Homeboy Sandman got to say. Let's get it.
Roses for the OG MF. Where were you when Bob dropped the OG dead Ben? I was over Tony's on some what was that? No, is that? Yes, it's Zev Love X Sound. I'm reckless. I took it to.
Hey, shout out, man. We start off with the MF Doom bars. Beautiful. Rest in peace, man. Roses to the OG MF. Talking about Zev Love X from KMD. One of Doom's original pseudonyms. Beautiful. I was just thinking about this the other day. If y'all want to see more Doom on the channel, let me know, man. Let me know what tracks y'all want me to check out. I miss Doom. We got to get back to him. But let's keep going.
X Sound, I'm reckless. I took it to the head and heart. You were back as metal face and threatening my pearl white Acura from the second bar. Barfing up a masterclass in charismatic disrespect and trash talk. Mask on, mac and cheese Timberlands. Sold the first Apple seed CD.
This is working. The food references, we can think of food. We got metal face. We got mask on. A bunch of fantastic references here. Straight out the cut. And this track was made about 3 years ago. I'm having trouble remembering the timeline, but this was probably right around the time of MF Doom's passing, maybe a little bit before. But beautiful start. And the track, it feels a little bit loud, I can't lie, but we'll see if I adjust as I go.
He's at your brownie show while you were saying something of a member like the Alamo. I was yelling every word and never late. And when you finally played, hey, I felt the venue levitate. Ask anyone. L out of upstate. Come to learn a Sony fate.
Wow, hold up. That was a nice change right there. The way like the instrumental drops out for a second and then Ace's voice just fills up your whole space. Ask anyone. Bops right back in. That's great. I wonder how they achieved that.
Played, hey, I felt the venue levitate. Ask anyone. L out of upstate. Come to learn a Sony phase one of the floodgates. Doomsday gluing true grit to the baseline and made himself a hero and a villain at the same time. Back in 94, you had that line about the Nike.
Made himself a hero and a villain at the same time. Again, shout out Doom, man. Beautiful bars.
Before you had that line about the Nikes on the wire, I'd always see these Nikes on the wire when I was driving through a neighborhood. Somebody said you stayed in, convinced I'd found the actual inspiration. For the record, I was not even close to the right neighborhood. Even when the heart is pure, the brain is mush. Thank you for the stories and a fuck you to the normies. Bruin said we lost our Jordan. I would sprinkle in some Voorhees in a great breeze. I have this.
Okay, crazy. This is cool, man. The one thing about the mix is Ace's voice is like ridiculously present, like right up front, which is great. But there's just a little bit of balancing I think that could be done here. There's like this harsh dryness that Ace's voice has that's pretty well mediated in the mixing of, you know, coming from like Integrated Tech Solutions, his most recent project that we've been listening through. It definitely has that balance. I don't know who does the engineering for Lice, especially for this particular track. Let's see. So Joey Raya, or Raya, R-A-I-A. Y'all can tell me. But regardless, he great bars, great delivery, love the beat. Everything's working well together. I just think, you know, a little remix, a little remaster might balance out those levels, just make it a little bit more crispy and a little bit easier to listen to.
When said we lost our Jordan, I would sprinkle in some Voorhees in a great breeze. I have this memory of me and you rapping meat grinder to each other at a BBQ and BK.
Hey,
got the same
Bro, now what a legendary experience that would be, rapping Meat Grinder back and forth with the one and only MF Doom, man. That would be a crazy experience.
DK got the same memory with a couple other people too. Trading doom lines, that's what people do. You were always kinda me in person. I tried to play it cool, but I was always kinda nervous. 30 summers of guiding the muddy waters.
I love the storytelling here. You were always kind to me in person. I tried to play it cool, but I was always kind of nervous. Just beautiful, man. Talking about it really seems like Ace views Doom as like the man who came before, the man who provided the inspiration, the guy who walked so we could run type shit. And as a huge Doom fan myself, as I'm sure y'all are very well aware, that just hits, sends it even further home for me.
30 summers of guiding the muddy waters. To the man with many names, I hope you're somewhere with your brother, yeah.
Super villain.
The man with many names. We got King Ghidorah. We got MF Doom, of course. We just, I can't even think of him off the top of my head. Mad Villain, if you want to consider him and Mad Libs, renaming of themselves into a duo and kind of taking away their individual identities on that project. So many, just, I can't even think of them all right now, but I know there's more. Let's keep them going.
Yeah.
Super villain, no, Illinois. Chopping records that my parents listen to. Doom was on the mission to remind you that the magic is what matters. But where'd he find that banner? Where'd he find them patterns? He ain't had no manners. My favorite villain is the drop on Victor Vaughn, but every time I hit it.
Hey, shout out Victor Vaughn. There's another one. A lot of my favorite Doom tracks are Vaughn tracks for real. But beautiful. Homeboy coming in. Nice flow. Now that I'm starting to realize what's going on here, I'm starting to understand more the style. It's definitely very evocative of a Doom track. Mad Villainy maybe, or maybe another one of his. We got this very like jazzy backing track. Their voices, again, Doom's voice has an interesting dryness and coarseness to it that you don't really hear in other places. And maybe that's what they were trying to evoke with this mix. And it caught me off guard at first because that's not a quality I generally associate with Ace's voice. Regardless, beautifully done so far. Let's keep it going.
No manners. My favorite villain is the drop on Victor Vaughn, but every time I hit a great day intro, I'ma sing along and catch me sleeping on the GMOs. Them lessons on point. We share a brother in Curie from the question mark joint. Super villain in the function and his peoples never fall. Thanks for introducing us to John Robinson and Starr, and the era full of rarefied jewels, and making use of airtime for making bad headlines cool. Yo, being crazy takes guts.
Yeah, that's great. That little pause with that slight echo in there. And Homeboy's voice here, almost when he comes in right after Ace's verse ends, really reminded me of some of the samples that you hear on Doom tracks, where he'll insert them at the end, the beginning, the middle. Who cares where? They're in there somewhere. And just great. A wonderful tribute here, man.
Crazy taste guts. Monster Island's ours had a rep for being nuts. Extra special words and a special herb still lingers. My pantheon is bird and mingus, Prince and Metal Fingers. Larger than life.
Shout out Metal Fingers, another one of his producer aliases. That's great. Honestly, that's something I want to get into, is some of the Metal Fingers projects where they're just instrumentals.
His bird and mingus, Prince and Metal Fingers. Larger than life, he had his own Nikes. I'm a clear weather brand dude, but dag dome. Food was the anagram. Fresh put me on, I proceed to put on anyone that was fam-a-lamb. And every
shout out, and then food is the anagram. A very literal bar, but still works very well. Obviously switch the M and the F around, and now you go from MF, or switch the M, the F, and the D around, and you go from food to MF Doom. Pretty obvious.
A lamb. And every particle, genuine article. Okay, you stiffed a few promoters who thought they booked a man under the mask, but they could never tell for certain. Walking the walk while talking in third person. He wore a mask.
And then talking about, think they booked the man in the mask, but could never tell for certain. That should be a reference to the Doom bots that would go perform shows when Doom was double, maybe triple, quadruple booked. Who knows? He would have other guys go and lip sync to his tracks, wear a mask, and do their thing, make his money, whatever, whatever. What a crazy idea that is, isn't it? But it makes the lore that much more compelling.
Person. He wore a mask so the charge won't grab. On a rooftop with a large stone slab. Seen where the industry was going and had to go nads to go nag. Thanks. A bar is not a measure. A music doom was doing it's a unit of buried treasure. No one ever.
Hold up. A bar is not a measure. Something, a unit of buried treasure. Fire bars, man.
A bar is not a measure. A music doom was doing it's a unit of buried treasure. No one ever done it better. So I'ma keep my computer on caps lock forever.
Hey, all caps when you spell the man's name. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Those echoes just fire, man. This is like a true love letter to MF Doom, man, and this is just gorgeous. Fantastic job. And honestly, the last thing I expected, but you can ask anyone. They should know.
On caps lock forever. Long live.
And then nice cut. Beautiful. Rest in peace, MF Doom. So as I suspected, this was released shortly after his passing. July 13th, 1971 to October 31st, 2020. Beautiful, man. And as the Gorillas might say, November has come. But fantastic track. Like, completely unexpected in the best way possible. Thank you to Presto Ernesto for the suggestion. I think I might have forgot to mention that. Keep them coming in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang, and I will see you all next time.